Laura from Just Tutors, and in today's video we are going to learn about multiples and factors. So the main subtopics which we are going to cover in this video are prime and composite number, co-prime numbers, and then we'll have a quick discussion about Eratosthenes' method of finding prime numbers. So now let's move forward, and I have a few warm-up questions for you. You can please pause the video and try the given questions, and once you are done you can resume it after to check your answers. We'll pat you back if all of your answers are correct, and now let's move forward and let's have a quick discussion about prime numbers. So if I talk about prime number, I can think like a prime number is a number which has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. So the first few prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. You must be wondering like 1, if I talk about the number 1, why is that not a prime number? So if I talk about factor of 1, so that will be 1, and the number itself will be 1 as well. So we need to have two different factors like 1 and the number itself, but both numbers should be different, and here we have both of them same, and that's why 1 is not a prime number. Now let's move forward and let's talk about composite numbers. So a number that can be divided evenly by numbers other than 1 or itself. So you can think of the number 9, so it can be divided evenly by 3 with 1 and 9 itself. So we can say that 9 is a composite number. The same way if I think of number 4 can be divided by 1 and 4, and with that it can be divided by the number 2 as well. That's why it's a composite number as well. But if I think of the number 7, it can just be divided by 1 and 7. So there is no other number which can divide evenly the number 7. And that's why if I think of the number 7, that's not a composite number, it's a prime number. Now let's move forward and let's talk about co-prime numbers. So a set of numbers which do not have any other common factor other than 1 are called co-prime or relatively prime numbers. For example, you can think of 21 and 22. So they are co-prime because we have the factors of 21 and the factors of 22, and there is nothing common between them, just the number 1, like except the number 1, and that's why these two numbers are called co-prime. You can think of one more pair of numbers which are co-prime, so take your time and give it a try. So we can say that 15 and 16 are co-prime as well, because if we look at the common factors between 15 and 16, 1 is the only common factor between these two numbers. Now let's move forward towards the next slide, and let's learn about Eratosthenes' method of finding different prime numbers. So we'll be following some steps to work out different prime numbers. So the first step is to put a square at the number 1, which is not a prime number. So what I'll do is I'll put a square at the first prime number. I'm sorry, the number which is not prime 1, so I'll put a square around that. If I look at the next number, which is 2, so that's a prime number, and I'll put a circle around that number. And then we have another step. So 2 is a prime number, so we have put a circle over that, and the next step is to cross off all the multiples of 2 on the grid. So let's give it a try and let's cross off all the multiples of 2 here. So we have crossed all the multiples of 2 here. So far we have found just one prime number, which is 2, and we have crossed all its multiples. Let's move forward. So if you look at the number 3, that's a prime number because it just have two factors, 1 and the number itself. So I'll just put a circle around it and I'll follow the same steps. So now I'll look for the multiples of 3 and I'll cross them off. So far we have found two prime numbers, and I have crossed off all the multiples of 2 and 3 on the grid. So you can repeat the method for the next number and so on till the time you get all the prime numbers on the grid. Now let's move forward towards the next slide. So here are a few practice time questions for you. You can please pause the video and try the given questions, and once you are done you can resume it after to check your answers. Well, congratulations if all of your answers are correct, and thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.